Well, today is International Imposter Syndrome Awareness Day, and I am Nathaniel Schooler, and I am very privileged to be joined by Bishakha Jain today. And she is a cybersecurity leader, and we've been having lots of conversations around imposter syndrome. And thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. So I'm going to get straight down to some questions. And the first one is, do you ever feel like you are faking it or that you really don't know what you're doing?
So, as a very young person in cybersecurity who got to do or explore various facets of the same domain, there have been times in my career that I had that feeling that, am I doing it right? Am I made for this? Can I do it? So, of course, there were many instances, especially in my professional career, because it's an ocean. And because I am an explorer, I like swimming miles, and I have been proactive with respect to what I have been doing. And that is what makes me me, because I am a hungry learner. But that hunger has also had times. That hungerness has also brought me at times to the feeling of being a fraud or an imposter. So, yes, that has been there.
Yeah, I think it happens to most people actually. Apparently, it's around over 70% of people experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. So it's not unusual. So, do you have any tips for managing imposter syndrome, Bishakha?
Yes. So, something that I practice and preach is, it's called di- um, the letter of glory that I write to myself, wherein I write down all the good things that has happened to me or that were my contribution, so that when I look back, I smile and I feel confident about what have been the changes that I was able to make, the positive impact that I have had on lives. And that is perhaps what made you call me as a leader, because I have had the privilege of influencing life in my domain, in other domains as well. And that is what brings me here. So, that letter of glory is something very important, because there will be people who will try to pull you down, and there will be instances where you will feel like, was I worth it? Am I really capable enough of being there? And then there will be moments like that where you have a self reflection of your own abilities. You gift yourself the gift of your own abilities when you reflect, sit down and reflect through that letter of glory. So that has been my take.
I like that very much, and it fits a lot with our theme for this year's Imposter Syndrome Awareness Day, where people have been recording 1 minute videos around why they are not an imposter, and it just fits totally with everything that I seem to have learned over the last kind of couple years of study into this phenomenon, and that's fantastic. So, what do you think the best way is then to deal with self-doubt and negative thoughts? I know you've sort of talked a bit about it, but what do you think if you're faced with a negative thought or a bit of self-doubt? What do you do when that happens to you?
First, self doubts and negative thoughts will always be there, especially when you are made to travel an unknown territory in life. When you walk those unknown territories, is when you actually discover yourself, because you thrive when you are challenged. But to stay sane and to be somebody who is not afraid of those self doubt, that those feelings, what you can do is you can try channelizing your thoughts, and there are ways that can help you to do that. First thing that I have been very very particular about my routine is I practice gratitude. And I have a gratitude journal, and I have showed it in another interview of mine. And I would love to show you now. See, it's right there. I mean, if you can see, yes,
Oh,
it has a
super.
beautiful law.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I start my day with the tone that what are the things I'm grateful for. And if there are low days where I have nothing to be grateful for, I write my breathe for 5 times. I write my life for 5 times, because the fact that you are living and you have infinite possibilities of exploring and being there, up there, and doing things that you have never done is a blessing. So, counting my blessing is one thing. Second is meditation. I have been somebody who has practiced yoga since very small, very young age. And I like that. It's not because of any other reason. I like controlling my breath, and I am very much a person who likes to control the controllables while I explore the unknown territory. I'm also an explorer, but also another person who likes to control the narratives. Third, journalism. Journaling is very important. There are bad days, there are good days, and then there are days which makes you proud of yourself. Journaling takes out all those feelings, and then you have a blank page to write a new narrative, new story of victory. So that is important to me. So these are ways. Going on a walk, patting a furry animal. So I have my friend's cat who I visit only to calm me down, and I nurture plants. I call myself plant mother. So I love being close to my plants, close to nature. That is what calms me down, that is what relaxes me, and that is very important to grow in
Right.
life, to grow in your career. That is very important to me.
Right. So keeping calm and like slowing the thoughts down and removing the anxiety is what that's what you're sort of talking about, right?
Yes.
Super, super. So do you think that there are times when imposter syndrome can work in your favor, Bishakha?
Yes. Because that makes me explore more. If not, why not? So the feeling that this is not happening to me, am I capable enough? Will I be able to do it? Also has a other side of looking at things. That is, what if I do it? And that is massively a blessing, because yes, sure, there will be challenges, but you thrive when you are challenged. And that has been something which we have learned from history as well. Only smooth seas never made skillful sailors, and it does work as in your favor. At least in my case, it has, because like you said that I am into cybersecurity. I have explored so many things. What if I do this too? What if I can? Yes, there will be times when I don't succeed, and that's absolutely human. I mean, you can forgive yourself for not being able to do something, but the chances of thriving at something that you never knew would work in your favor, that blesses you massively. It makes you proud, it makes you confident, and it takes you to another level in life. So yes, nothing like it. It's good to
Yeah.
be challenged.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that about you because whilst you might be scared, everybody's scared, but you've understood the relationship between excitement and moving forwards, right, towards what you're doing, because it's two sides of the same coin, right? Excitement and fear. It's almost like you're frightened, right? But actually you're also excited at the same time, and I find that quite interesting, really. So how do you stay confident and motivated when you feel like an imposter? I know you've talked a bit about that, but do you kind of, I don't know, perhaps revisit in your mind certain things that you're really good at, which then bring that confidence into the present moment? Like, how do you stay confident and motivated when you're feeling like an imposter?
There's something which I am very particular about in my life. That is my energy. And I keep my energy very, very clean. At least I try keeping it, I would say, because sometimes it's not in your control, that situations where you are put into. But like one of my mentors, he told me that you are the people you surround you with. So I try keeping those people who help me heal. I'm very particular about who I share my energy with. And then, like I said, I maintain my letter of glory. I maintain my gratitude. And I I believe in talking it out rather than planting a seed of something that will damage my energy, or that will pollute my energy, I would say, because that is very important. Because what you give out is what makes you thrive. That can either make you or break you. And nobody wants to be unsuccessful. Sure, there will be moments when you are not successful at what you are pursuing, but then the ultimate motive behind pursuing anything in life, be it relationships, be it your career, be it anything, you want to be you want to leave a legacy behind, and you want to be successful. So that is very important to me, and I work hard for it. I work hard for keeping it clean, neat, and also positive, super positive. And it is very much achievable. The fact that you are aware that 70% of people go through that makes you very much a person who will not try to do anything or nurture something that brings you in that territory where you will have to face this. See, awareness has a very massive role to play in anyone's life. You can be in a delusional world, or you can be aware. And the moment you start getting aware, it takes away most of the part of your delusion, and then you grow. So that is important to me, and that is how I get it done.
Very interesting. So, what words of wisdom on top of what you've just said would you give to people who are perhaps suffering from imposter syndrome, and they can't really function properly? What would you say to them?
I would like to say that it's okay to be not okay. You're not alone in this. But yes, please try that you have somebody or tools through which you can let it out, so that you can re-begin with your journey. And success is not final, failure is not fatal. It's only the courage that counts. Have the courage, face it, and yes, nothing stops you from thriving thereafter. Just 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 experience, go through, grow through what you go through.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Bishakha. I've thoroughly enjoyed speaking with you, and looking forward to connecting more. And thanks to everyone for listening. We really appreciate you, and do get involved. If you want to post that 1-minute video about why you're not an imposter, we would really appreciate it. And don't forget to use the hashtag which is on this video. And check the links, because we'll drop a few links to some resources. And thanks so much. We wish you luck with your imposters.